We're back here in the shaded woods in one of those side paths I showed earlier. I went ahead and just cleared the way here instead of showing the whole process. And I went ahead and spent the rest of my money on the rest of the Sinner set. The helm increases maximum equip load very slightly, but it means that you actually are moving a little faster by comparison. Although the helm's probably a little heavy in a way that probably doesn't matter because it's made of wood, iron metal, whatever. I just wanted the change of look. So, this is a collapsed walkway right here, and behind this is Drangleic Castle. And because it was a collapsed walkway, which you could easily step over, like raise your foot slightly and just walk over this like a fucking human being, no, instead you had to go light the 4 primal bonfires or get 1 million soul memory in order to open this door over here, which all it does is go around that walkway that's collapsed. I'm serious. That tiny collapsed walkway is the explanation for why you have to do like the first half of this game. And it's funny because all they had to do, it was just not have that walkway down there. Just have this temple be the only way to get through and have it be closed. The end. I probably should not have done that. Whoops. This is how you get to one of the DLC areas. It looked like an item and I forgot for a second. Oh, things are cold over here. Alrighty, so welcome to the frozen Ilium Lois, I believe it's called. Can I light a bonfire here or something? I actually don't remember. But yeah, you can't see shit from here. Anyway, this is one of the DLC areas, which, you know, in Scholar of the First Sin is no longer DLC, it's just part of the game. And we actually have to unlock the ability to play this area, because there's a key to each of the DLC areas, and you have to find them somewhere in the zone. Most of them are pretty much locked into the late game, although I think I have access to like 1 or 2. I think I have access to one of them if I go a specific way. But anyway, the DLC areas are harder than pretty much anything in the main game, in my opinion, so those are really... That's something you do after beating the final boss of Dark Souls, in my opinion. Or maybe you clear all the way to the final boss, but then you hold off on the final boss, do all the DLC, then do the final boss for more closure at the end. But you definitely play through Drangleic Castle and stuff like that first, just because that stuff is easier. So difficulty curve, it just makes sense to do in that order. But yeah, here we are. Ta-da! I'm on the other side of the wreckage, the really small wreckage that any human being could have easily climbed over. Soul of a hero, yeah, the hero that probably sabotaged this whole area and made this whole thing a problem in the first place. This Above and Beyond is the dumbest part of all of Dark Souls 2. It's just so dumb. Like, all of this work just to bypass a little bit of wreckage, which not even like convincing wreckage that actually blocks the path, like a cave-in or something. It's just a pillar fell over and your character's too dumb to walk over it. These are enemies, aren't they? Yes, they are. God damn it. I was like, you're really persistent for players. Why aren't you disappearing? It's like, oh, you're more of those goddamn enemies that look like players. This is such a sneaky enemy to put in the game. Get out of my game. Ow. I was out of reach. Anyway, I'm definitely going for like the low equip load, high stamina regeneration, and high dodge approach to gameplay. I hate these guys. They're especially frustrating because of the fact... God damn it, chill. Just gonna back off briefly. Go through some of my supply of life gems. The most annoying thing about this enemy is the simple fact that you can't... on top of just being a tricky thing where you keep zoning them out because they've been there the whole game as players, it's just a dick move that you can't lock onto them even after you prove to the game that you know that he's an enemy. So not being able to lock on messes with the camera and the movement of this game, because you don't realize it. PvPers are more used to this, as was shown in my stream of Bloodborne, where someone made a point to say that, like, oh, as a PvPer, I'm just used to not locking on. But if you just play the game itself normally, you're used to lock on as being the foundation of how you play the game. It controls the camera and keeps it on target. All of your movement becomes circular and based around the location of your enemy instead of just normal movement like most games have. And so you don't realize how used to you were until you have to fight someone you can't lock onto, and you're like, everything moves weird. What the fuck is the mechanics of this game all of a sudden? And the problem is, like, it's not that it's hard to understand. It's just that you had the game figured out until that moment. Like, you knew how the game controlled, and so you stopped thinking about it because you got so used to it. And the moment they mess with the lock-on system, suddenly you're thinking about the movement itself, and that makes it suddenly really hard to just control your movement. So now we're oh god, there's a guy behind me. Careful. So There was a weird splash for no good reason. I'm sorry, but very light rain does not lead to that kind of sound. You guys see that? That guy canceled his animation. That was kind of neat. He swung at me with a big heavy swing, and then he just canceled it altogether. Hey, buddy. Oops, that was a bad riposte. Let's try it again. Come on, swing at me. There we go. Just wanted to get this done. Just to remind you guys, I know how. Just often impractical to wait for the exact situation instead of just poking the shit out of people. Unfortunately, everyone around here is pretty heavily armored, so I am wearing through my durability pretty quickly. Here we go, Drangleic Castle. This whole game takes place in Drangleic, so as you might imagine, arriving at the castle with the same name, kind of a big deal. This is where King Vendrick resides, who is the person you're trying to find. Old game. Oh, they moved them. Those Mastodon statues were there before, but they're in a different spot now. They used to be at the very end of the bridge. I understand why they probably did it. There's enemies up there that'll attack you, so they probably want to get the Mastodons out of the attack range of those enemies so you aren't getting shot by arrows at the same time, because that was kind of a dick move. Hello, Emerald Herald, just kind of showing up.
This castle is isolated, but nonetheless you must forge on.
And we're just on the next phase of our step, and she has very little to say. She's immediately done talking to us. That's fine, we're just doing this entire quest on behalf of her. She doesn't have to bother speaking with us. There we go. Yeah, of course they're not actually statues, or at least they're not permanently statues. They get right the back up. Oops, I just tried to parry that guy. That is not what I was going for. I was trying to two-hand attack, but I forgot to two-hand. Awkward. Rolling out of the way of attacks. Uh-oh. So the biggest threat here is fighting two at once, so splitting them off so that they're not both in attack range at once pretty much solves the problem there. Then from there you can just get behind one. Oh, he's still alive. Go down. There we go. They're not... Mastodon guys, never too dangerous. Their primary problem is that they have big reach, and I think they do high damage, and they don't really get stunned, so... Unless you have super... You might be able to do it with a really big weapon, but I've never done a strength build in this game. This is my first melee build in this game for a full playthrough. I did Hex and Holy, so this is new for me, but obviously I've gotten plenty of practice from Bloodborne, so it's not that big of a deal. So we have two archers trying to shoot at me from a range, and a concerning number of statues around. That worries me, because that makes me assume they're all going to wake up. Are those also... Ow, shit. Sorry, I'm trying to look around. I think I also see archer statues up on the ledges, too. Alright, so our goal here is that we need to open this door, and the door is mysteriously not opening, but... Ow. God damn it. Try to talk here, assholes. There's statues over there. Everything is soul-powered here, so you need to kill someone by a statue. They try to set this up by having this one guy right by the statue. So if you kill him right here, he'll power up this thing. You have to power them both up a fair number of times. Which I almost just did, actually. Ow, shit. So if he gets powered up enough, he'll open that up. And to make this possible, this is one of the only parts of the game that has infinitely respawning enemies. Because enemies will keep respawning until you power up both of the statues. There we go. Here they come again. It's mostly these two guys over and over again. And you have to kill them fairly close, unfortunately. There we go. Not too hard though, because I have an incredibly powerful attack. I'm just gonna take care of this guy because he's being annoying. Did we power it up enough? Oh, I'm not being fast enough, am I? He didn't finish doing it. Oh wait, no, because he just went through one phase. We have to charge it up again. Yeah, it's gonna take a few attempts. Hey buddies. Ow. Rude. Don't appreciate your lip. And my rapier's breaking. Alright, we'll switch to the other one. Is that the door opening? We might have to do one more step here. No, it's opening. Okay. I'll just continue anyway. Oops, not two-handing. I forget that I'm used to two-handing, so then when I get the opportunity to switch my weapons, I forget that it doesn't default to that. Alright, so that's that taken care of. I believe they stop infinitely respawning, but I could be wrong. They might keep respawning forever. But we'll take a look around. I don't know if these guys are going to wake up. But I want to take a glance around because I believe there's an item on one of these spots. I believe this little inlet here is where they're respawning infinitely. But I think they might be done. What's the deal with this thing? Not woken up by proximity, and I can't click on it. It looks like it's just one of those knights we find all over the place with the shields. He's just standing perfectly upright, which we never really see. They're normally in a weird... They're normally in a pose. You have to go surprisingly far into this castle before you unlock a bonfire, which saves your progress, so... That makes it a little aggravating. I was really annoyed when I was trying to figure out the mechanic here for how to open the door, because if you die at any point, you have to respawn all the way back at the crossroads in Shaded Woods and fight all the way up here again. And you think, oh, here's the front room. Now I'll have access to the, now I'll finally have access to the bonfire. Nope, no bonfire in this room either. And then you're like, oh, well, this looks important right here. I wonder what's in here. I believe it's locked? No, it's not. Okay. Is something bad gonna happen in here? So this is the King and Queen's throne room, which is where you would go first to try to find Vendrick, obviously. I avoided going here in my first playthrough because I was like, oh, well, clearly that's going to be a boss fight or something. I'm going to go check out other stuff for secrets. Nope, nothing actually here. Going the other path to find secrets is actually how you find the entire rest of the game, so that was awkward. There's a trick there. There's a fun surprise waiting for you in that room if you come here in New Game Plus, if they haven't changed that. And here's a ghost.
Who are you? And by whose permission do you stand before me? This castle is the domain of King Vendrick. Is your trespass intentional?
So he's not super happy that we're here, but he has no one else to talk to, so he warms up to us after we talk to him for long enough. And he sells an interesting item that could be of interest to me in particular, because oh my fucking lord, he talks for an eternity. He basically just tells you about how Nishandra corrupted Vendrick and stuff like that. Nishandra being a boss later on. So I can reduce equipment degradation. Could be handy because that's genuinely a problem, but also he sells you repair powder, which is not new. Other characters sold repair powder, but he doesn't have a limit. So you can buy for 2,500 a pop, so not super cheap, a unlimited number of repair powders, which could be really handy if you're, for example, doing a rapier build where your fucking weapons fall apart like they're tissue paper. And I think I might do that right now, just to stock up. I already have a fair amount too. Now I'm up to 8.
Be safe.
So that'll be handy. I have 2 rapiers, so having the duplicate already helps me with the repair issues, but it's good to stock up on repair powder so I never have to worry about problems. And now that I have an infinite source, as I level up, 2,500 will be less and less of a burden anyway. And over time, he'll be a good resource for... They removed the enemy. There used to be an enemy here. Oh well. I'll become more and more likely to just use a repair powder whenever I'm low on durability because it won't be such a big deal to spend. Oh, they're waking up now. Hello, friend. So yeah, that confirms what I was thinking, because I was thinking that these guys were what we're seeing outside. They look different because they were standing straight up, which is not how they ever stand when they're fighting you. But yeah, it's definitely the same exact enemy. So these are the guys we've been seeing throughout the entire game. Impossible treasure. We've been seeing these guys all game. Could you open this before? I don't remember being able to open this one, but I could be completely imagining things. It's such a big game that even when you played it multiple times, it's hard to remember every detail. Oh, Sublime Bone Dust. I could be wrong, but I think this door used to be locked and impossible to open forever. So it might have been a fun trick to be like, oh, now you can open it. It has dust behind it as a clever little trick. So that'll make my Estus be a +5, which I believe max it out. I think it maxes out at 12 Estus flasks at +5 power. So I think I just hit maximum power. I'm gonna start waking these guys up. They apparently wake. Only some of them wake up. Interesting. This is an interesting move because there were already statues all over this place. So the idea that they wake up now is interesting. There's one room later on where they woke up in the previous version of the game, but it was not this one. This room used to just have a couple of enemies in it, and that was just it. There was no trick. Hey friend. Let me get behind you real quick, and oh, backstab successful. So yeah, these guys are incredibly easy to backstab. The main strategy there is don't roll left or right or backwards. You have to roll almost directly into them at an angle, and you'll get around them pretty quickly usually. And they have a slow enough attack animation you should usually get in. I knew this guy was going to wake up because that door is how we actually progress forward. And as a general rule, when someone has one attack weapon and one defense weapon in their two hands, you want to roll towards the hand that has the attacking weapon in it usually, because you usually roll past the animation. That's assuming that their attack animation comes from the side that they're holding their weapon in. Because right when I said that, he contradicted me. He put his sword in front of his shield and then swung from that direction. And basically what I'm saying is you want to roll in the direction that the sword is coming from, because that reduces the amount of time that the sword is in contact with your character's body. Because the rolling in this game has invincibility frames. These guys wake up? Not yet? Weird. Oh, what? Wait, can they all be attacked? This one can't be attacked. Oh, so if they ever wake up, you can attack them. Interesting. That's interesting. That is a good note. Can I rate it? Rate. Let's rate that one. That was a good one. So apparently, that guy was going to try to ambush me later, but by attacking him right away, it takes care of that. So when you roll in this game, you get invincibility frames. I probably explained that already to some extent, but what that means... Did any of these guys wake up now? Bonfire ahead. Okay, yeah, we already knew about the bonfire. When you roll, you get invincibility frames. That means for a certain number of the frames of your roll, you can't take damage. Wow, this room's different now. What that means, like when you the moment you roll, you're temporarily invincible. So you want to roll towards where the weapon's coming from, because that minimizes the amount of time that the weapon's in contact with your body, which means you're more likely to dodge it. If you roll with the weapon in the same direction, the extended attack animation can be dangerous. Oh, that's just a player. I was so ready for them to put an invader type guy that looks like one of those phantoms just right here. So we finally made it to the first bonfire at Drangleic, and boy do we need it. So this is a very important bonfire. First of all, that behind that door is very important. Oh, they added more enemies down here. Interesting. Don't need to deal with that right now. But that's an important door for like finishing the game. We can't open it yet because just like the other, we saw another door just like that in the Shaded Woods. There's also another one in Forest of the Fallen Giants. You can only open it with the King's Ring. So we need to find the King first for that. Here we are in a big dark chamber. As you can see, there's two statues in the back, and there's multiple doors that are locked along the walls. And so everything here is powered by death. Basically, oh my god, there's so many more than there used to be. Okay, this is problematic. So these guys are going to wake up periodically as you approach, I believe. Yeah. And you want to end them next to doors so that the door opens. And this is a total crapshoot unless you already know which door to use. Every door has different stuff behind it. Some of it's bad, some of it's good. I'm going to go ahead and do all of them in this playthrough just because from my previous playthrough I know which one's the one to progress, because the level layout hasn't changed, but items can change, so some of these could be more worth doing. I'm going to try to attack this guy from the inside this chamber. So these are the Ruin Guardians that we fought in we fought 3 of these guys at once earlier in the game. And this is just another version of them. I don't know if they're any weaker or not, actually. Like, I took them down relatively quickly, but I also took down the ones in Lost Bastille relatively quickly, so it might be that he's not even necessarily that much weaker. I'm tempted to, let's see. I'm tempted to light a bonfire. I mean, light a fire. It'll make me weaker in combat, but it's just so goddamn dark in here. Alright. Also, what if the torch affects who wakes up, though? That's scary. I'm gonna go up the left side of the wall first. Taking it slow, because we don't know who wakes up. Finish him before he moves. There we go. Oh, he got a little tap in. That's fine. That'll open that door. You can also power up those guys in the back of the room. Unless they changed it, in the original version of the game, all they do is raise a torch. And that's it. Hey, buddy. I see you. Ow, that's a hell of a swing range. Wasn't really expecting that. Hey, buddy. Parried, motherfucker. Oh, nope. Less successful than I was expecting it to be. I thought it was going to actually do something. Ow. Two-handed swing probably can't be parried. Nope, it can. But that's a bummer. So there's no, Does not appear to be a riposte animation for these guys because they're so tall. Ow, I parried too early that time. Let's just hit him. Let's just do normal combat against this guy. There we go. You can get so many hits in consecutively with the fast-ass rapier. Alright, item. Pharaoh's Lockstone. That can come in handy, although we have... I believe we have an abundance at this point. We have 10. Jesus Christ, I should go just do some Rat Covenant content just for the sake of using those. When do you wake up? When do you wake up when I hit you? I missed. Really? Okay. Good news is the ones that don't wake up, the ones that do wake up respawn, so we can come back later for that. Hey, buddy. I would just like it if you light the statue up for me. Thankfully, this guy's permanent too, so when he lights up, although it might require more souls, does one work? Nope, one works. Alright, cool. Now this room's lighting up a bit, making it a little more manageable. Oh. Let's try to lure him closer. I don't want him wandering away and not getting in range when he dies. There we go. Alright. Now I feel safe putting away my torch, because at least now it's lit up in here a little bit. Oh, look, little summoning sign, Bashful Ray. This guy just shows up around here, doesn't he? He's just this weird guy that just kind of appears here and there. He has a shitty little small white summoning stone that doesn't even work very well. But he's around. Alright. 3 doors down over there. I need to lure... Oh, no, 2 doors down over there. I have to lure someone over to the one that's not open yet. But now that we have some light, I can at least deal with the, here, I'll try to fight the Ruined Sentinel over here, I guess. I'll have to fight him in the open first. Just to do a lot of damage. One more hit. There we go. Now let's lure him to the door. And if I finish him off by the door, we should be able to open it. He's kind of problematic, though, because he has so much goddamn range. There we go. Please die close enough to the door. That's probably enough. Alright. Thankfully, if you fuck up, the enemies all respawn. Let's just fight you in the open out here. There's more light here without me having to contribute manually. I'm switching rapiers to the one that's lower damage right now. As it's taken less durability damage. There we go. He's close. Oh, hello, friend. Hello, surprise friend. This is a bad time. Can you come back later? Kind of have an appointment right now. Ow. Shit. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Ow. You're just being rude. I'm pretty sure they degrade my equipment faster because they're made of metal. Does one of you wake up just to make things worse? Son of a bitch. This is a really bad time. No. No. I don't like it. Chill out, guys. Here, I'll just kill this guy. Motherfucker. There we go. One's down. This guy dies in one hit. Take him by this door. Hey, guy, come play at this door. I need you to I need to die over by this door real quick. Don't mind me. How nice of you to walk over to that... Oh, crap. I'm attacking the wrong direction. There we go. Someone else waking up over there. Alright, we're almost done with this chamber. This took so much trial and error to figure out the first time I played this zone. Because the enemies are just durable as fuck. And there's one of these assholes behind every door, which is not really helping the situation. Oh yeah, I didn't go unlock that. I got distracted by the guy that came out of it, and fighting him, I forgot to open the actual chest that came out of it. Yep. In fact, I think I now have 3 doors I haven't checked that behind yet. Ow. That's what you get when you roll early, kids. Never roll early. Which might as well be the subtitle of the game. Dark Souls 1, prepare to die. Dark Souls 2, never roll early. Doesn't have the same ring to it. So there's a trap around here that I don't want to fall into. Yeah, there it is. Don't go in that hole. Mainly because there's no way back. And you don't want to resettle the enemies right now. But I'm going to go through that hole later, because that's how we find that old man again, as he shows up behind that hole. I believe it's that one specifically. This might be a trap. Let's find out. Nope. No trap. Royal Soldier's Ring +1. Is that... I think it's what I'm already wearing it. Nope. Second Dragon Ring. Old Leo Ring. Chloranthy. Ring of Blades. What's old... Royal Soldier +1 maximum load increase. Not a bad ring to have, but I have a pretty good setup right now that I'm pretty happy with. But yeah, if you drop through that hole, it'll give you access to No mimic. To a weird little underground area that has the old man again. And I think it's basically just him. There's also a bonfire there, so it's, you can warp there from that point on without having to go through this room. But it also means you'd have to play through this whole room again. Oh, these ones both wake up. Who's been a nasty little boy? Alright, he's dead already. So that'll take care of the door. Let's lure this guy away, because the guy behind the door could be another sentinel, and we don't want that coming after me. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there might be more sentinels now than before. I think I remember them only being like three or four, but there's been 5 so far, I think. I think that's more, but I'm not sure. Oh, is that gonna wake up? Are you gonna wake up? Or after I'll test it after I actually manage to swing at you properly. Nope. You're just standing there, so I'm starting to think you're you're not a player, are you? Oh, you're a player. Never mind. Taunting me. Are you gonna wake up? Nope. Alright. They see me rolling. They hating. Not a mimic. Good to know. So I'm gonna come back later for that hole in the ground, but I want to get the next bonfire first because I went through the effort of clearing all this out. Frozen flower. There you go. That's the frozen flower. That's how you get into the Ilium Lois. So that area I just showed you, with all the snow in it, I now have access to that DLC area after picking that up. When you originally bought the DLC on the old version of the game, you would just magically have those items spawn into your inventory, and that's probably because, hey, people are like, I bought this content, let me play this content, so they were like, yeah, we'll just give it to you. But now that you're playing a game with it packed in from the get-go, they get to organically tie it into the game by putting the key somewhere, just like they do every other area in the game, by having some sort of locked content where you have to go do a thing first to access it. A lot of fucking statues around here, and they're hopefully not all fake. Be wary of Trio. I need to unlock a bonfire. And I think it's actually a long time before they give it to me. Oh, yep. There's a few dangers to be had here. Oh, hello. Anyone attacking me from behind? No? Ooh! Except when I turned my back. Then the front became the behind, and I was being attacked! I don't trust these guys not to wake up, but also don't want to sit there and hit them all. Let's see here. Alright, there's a secret bonfire I can go after. Alright, so, there's a guy up here. He's activating this stuff as far as I know. And down there might be a few things worth getting. Not going to deal with it right now, because that's the pool of stuff that degrades your equipment. Those guys are going to wake up, right? They don't wake up? We'll see. They might wake up behind me, like dicks. Don't trust this game. This room is a dick, by the way. Oh, they put a chest in there? Is that new? Oh, maybe opening the chest activates the trap now. Maybe they changed that. Stay calm and short blocking required ahead. Yeah. I don't have a shield, so that's going to be a problem. Oh my fucking god. I'm out. I'm out. Alright, Twinkling Titanite and whatever else was in there. Wow, it shot in every direction at once. How nice of that chest to block the blow for us. I think we got invaded here, so we have to be careful. And any number of these guys could wake up. Oh look, there they go. Alright. These guys aren't too tough, so if I'm just careful, we can get this. 2 at once complicates things a little bit. Ow. Yeah, I figured I'd probably take a blow at some point during this encounter. Because there's a little bit more to deal with all of a sudden. Get out of there. Out of my way. There we go. Doing A-okay. Quick life gem. I keep a stock of life gems around because you preferably don't want to blow through all your Estus flasks before you're like midway through a zone. So they're more of like an emergency combat healing thing. This thing will curse you. Don't stand by this. Oh god. It builds up a little faster than I thought it would. Hey, don't stand by that. Petrified Dragon Bone. Do you wake up? Oh, you do. Oh, more torches. More torch time for those dark areas. Ow. The night is long and full of darkness. There we go. Little Cyan, man. You're not so tough when there's only one of you. Wait, Cyan's a real area in real life, isn't it? That kind of sounded racist. Oh well. Vision's being beaten to a pulp. Does he wake up when I walk over here? No? Is there some kind of trap? There's a lot of combat happening in this room. I think it's because we get invaded like right here. Oh, they're gonna wake up in front of me and behind me, aren't they? Oh, hey, nameless usurper. I'm just gonna walk back here. Bye. Don't mind me. Just hanging out, doing my thing. So this nameless usurper looks suspiciously like a certain cleric vendor back in Majula. Isn't that suspicious? Weird how that works out. I'm just gonna stab her a lot in the chest until she stops moving. That's mostly my strategy. Seems to work out for me. Alright, bye. Rapiers seem kind of bullshit. I swear, I didn't know this going in. Like, I didn't research rapiers. I was just like, let's make a melee character. I'm used to playing as speed characters because of Bloodborne, so I'll play a dex character. That makes sense. And then my dex, and I'm like, well, let's look at the vendor back in town. Well, the first most obvious vendor item for a dex build is this rapier right here. So I just started using it. Seems to be a pretty oh god. They woke up. Someone woke up. Someone woke up. Is it one of you guys? Did one of you? No, it's not one of you guys. Oh yeah, it's the guy. It was the guy on the left back there. So this is the type of place where he has a bit of an advantage. Not much, because I'm badass, but they're a little better at fighting you when they have a straight hallway, because you can't just dodge around them. You have to fight them one-on-one and linearly. Oh, rapier's at risk. Let's try not to break it, so let's go back to the other one. Whoa, physics. That sword went all over the place. So durability is going a little crazy, but that's cool, because we're about to unlock a place. By the way, oh, you can hop down there. We'll check stuff like that out later. First, I just want to unlock the secret. Oh, where is it? Is it here? There's a secret wall around here, or like a secret... There we go, the ladder. This is the hidden bonfire of Drangleic Castle, which is really handy to find, because this zone is fucking long. Those guys are all waking up. God damn it. Alright. Item. I'm going to use a quick repair powder, because these guys are going to be a problem for me if I don't have the durability to fight them. This would be a bad time for it to run out. Oh, only one of them woke up. That was a waste of repair powder. Whatever. Blammo, secret door. This is really handy to have, because straight ahead there's going to be a boss fight, so this is a handy place to rest. And I've actually got to go, so I'm going to take a break. Thanks for watching, guys, like always, and I will see you next time. That was the wrong bonfire, wasn't it? That was fire... whatever. See you later.